How's it going, Mike?
Good. How are you?
Good. I guess to start, there were the injury updates. Do you have any, I know he's on LTIR, but sense of the severity of Connor Sherry's injury?
Yeah, we have a sense of it. What I'll tell you is that he's longer term right now, and then we'll go from there. But I wouldn't expect him anytime soon.
And then how was the ice quality today?
I thought I was pleasantly surprised. Maybe because just the perception of playing hockey outdoors in Florida at this time of year would suggest it's hard to keep ice. I thought it was actually it was in pretty good condition given the circumstances. It's always a challenge in this type of an event, and I thought it was pretty good today.
Right side, second row.
Hey, Bill from NHL.com. With the way you guys have struggled this season, is this type of event that could sort of maybe reset you guys a little bit and give you some motivation? I mean, coming out of it, a little headwind.
Well, I think events like these, I think, are a great opportunity for teams to embrace camaraderie with a lot of the activities and the events that take place off the ice around this event. Our players and their families get I think, a terrific opportunity to spend time together. And I think our team has done a really good job in setting up a number of different events. We had a great one last night that everybody had an opportunity to spend time together. And when you have those types of opportunities, I think it can only help the camaraderie and what we're trying to build here. And so, the reality is that we've played a fair amount of hockey, but we also have a fair amount ahead of us. And there's a lot of parity in the league. And I think we've got an opportunity to play our way into a good spot, and we're going to embrace that challenge.
Right side, front row.
Noah Laba has been pretty much a staple for you on that third line. Can you just speak to losing him for a week-to-week basis?
Yeah, it's a tough loss. Lobs has played extremely well for us. His learning curve has been steep, and from the time that we watched him in Lehigh Valley with the rookies to where he is right now, I think his game is night and day in a much better place. I think the one element that he brings to our group is a speed game and just a conscientious game on both sides of the puck. And so he's not going to be an easy guy to replace. We're certainly going to miss him.
Just how encouraging was it to see JT out there, and is he a possible option for tomorrow?
JT will not play tomorrow, but the fact that he participated in a non-contact fashion, I think, is real encouraging. He's a big part of this team in so many ways.
Left side, second row.
Mike, as you look at the bigger picture of the last week or so, last couple of years, coming out of the break, and what have you looked at and said, we need more of? We need more. What is your analysis of where this, things that you're seeing?
Yeah, so when you look at the games and how they've played out, they've been very competitive games. And there's, as you guys know, there's a fine line between winning and losing. And I think, we certainly want to move the needle and get better, and results ultimately matter. I think the areas that I think we can continue to raise the bar is just, to continue to compete extremely hard. And then execution. When opportunities are there to make plays, we got to make them. When opportunities are there to finish and score goals, we got to finish. And I think there's an execution element that this team, we believe, can get to a higher level. And we're going to continue to work extremely hard at that.
Left side, front row.
Yeah, Mike, we just talked to Adam about the Olympics, and he said he's not on the team. I'm curious, how do you approach that with someone who's on your team, and do you have to make any effort to smooth things over at all, or does anything go into that?
Adam and I have had a number of conversations around this, and I will keep that conversation between Adam and I. What I will tell you is that these teams that are being picked are the best of the best, and there's so many good players, and there are very, very difficult decisions that have to be made. And it is a collaborative effort on everybody's part. And that's just the reality of these circumstances. And we'll do our very best to be as professional and as straightforward as we can be with everyone that's involved. But Foxy and I have had a number of conversations, and I'll keep those between us.
Left side, second row.
Mike, you got to experience the practice day today with the roof closed. Tomorrow, the roof will be open for the game. The windows will be open. I'm just curious. You've coached in these games before, the outdoor games. What is your expectation for what the atmosphere and experience will be like tomorrow night once that roof is open?
Yeah, so my expectation will be that there's a certain level of excitement around these events that I think brings out the very best in our sport. And I think it's such a privilege to have the opportunity to participate in these types of events. I think the league does a tremendous job in making each one of these unique in their own way. And a lot of it revolves around the venue. You know, obviously in Southern Florida is a very different experience than the last one I participated in at Fenway Park in Boston, for example. And so, but all of these events, in my experience over the years, are so unique. And I think the league does a great job in just embracing each venue and making each one of them different in how they play themselves out. And so for me, these have been some of the more exciting opportunities to participate in these types of events. I think for the players and their families, I think it's an opportunity to create lifelong memories. I think these types of events, players and coaches and all of us that have the privilege to participate in these types of events will talk about these events 20 years from now. And just from the family skates and all of the activities that go around these types of events, I think is I think what gives us the opportunity to create those memories. And when you have the opportunity to share it with the people that you love and that are closest to you, and in a lot of ways, when you think about the players and all of us for that matter, none of us get here alone. It takes a whole lot of support from people that love us and support us through the whole process. And I think for us to have an opportunity to share it with those people, events like this, is a great way for us to say thank you for everything that they have done for us over the years to allow us the opportunity to participate in these events. So that's what I think they represent. And as I said, I think they create lifelong memories.
Thanks a lot, Mike.
Sure. You're welcome.